Stop the presses. Apparently, our Week 17 matchup, the Commanders' Week 17 matchup against the Atlanta Falcons at home, is supposedly being flexed to Sunday Night Football, a primetime spot. And you know what primetime Kirk Cousins does. Let's talk about it. Allegedly, according to NFL GSIS, an NFL website for media to gather stats and information, now shows Falcons versus Commanders as the Sunday Night Football matchup. The original matchup was the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. In the penultimate week of the season, teams can clinch playoff berths. Nobody wants to watch the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns on primetime, so Washington's home matchup versus the Atlanta Falcons is looking like it's going to be a primetime matchup. There is football on Saturday and Sunday that week, so we're not sure which one it's going to be, but Washington looks to be pegged to play one of the NBC primetime matchups for that weekend. What's going on with y'all, man? I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL put the Commanders in. Oh, no, they're going to be in 5 minimum next year. We have Jaden Daniels as our quarterback. We're going to be in 5. What's going on? Sunday Night Football, that's fire, bro. I got so many friends who are Falcons fans. I watched the Atlanta Falcons last night versus the Raiders. I know we're not one to speak about playing with food, but the Falcons have looked pretty bad for the last 5 weeks of the season. Kirk Cousins has like 1 touchdown in the last 5 games, and that is not hyperbole or exaggeration, and you know how Kirk does on primetime. So Sunday Night Football it is, y'all. I don't know why, but the Falcons game is going to be tough. I can see Kirk going for 350. I mean, he's capable of it. I think that's when you see the black uniforms one last time on the bring the black flags black and bring out the black uniforms. That is a playoff clinching scenario for the Commanders week 17, you know, because even if we were to beat the Eagles this week, we need a couple other things to take place, but we beat the Falcons. We're in, baby. I got the Falcons under 9.5 wins. I need them to get 1 more loss. I hope you get it, man. What's your payout looking like on that? Do you still want the black uniforms against the Eagles? Nope. I want them now against the Falcons because black uniforms in prime time at night with the black flags. Oh, baby, that's sexy right there. Boo, it's going to be so cold. I'll still be there, though. I might have to pop out to this one, man. I might have to pop out for this one. Eagles going to die. Why the Eagles not flex? Because a flexing usually happens the week prior to a game. They didn't flex it. They would have had to have flexed this one last week at the latest, you know? So I don't know, but they didn't flex it. Falcons Twitter's in shambles. They don't want no damn prime time because they know Kirk in prime time it's a hard watch, but their season will be on the line versus us next week. I want to say they got an easy game this week in the Giants, but we saw just how hard the Raiders made it on them last night. Yep, Sunday Night Football, baby. Sunday Night Football. The Commanders website says December 29th at 8 p.m., which also brings me to, damn, Christmas is next week. Damn, time fly. Christmas is next week. There's only 3 games left in the season. When I saw December 29th, I was like, damn. Our next game after the Eagles is 4 days after Christmas. Where does time even go? Yeah, maybe sometime it's going to be some sort of burgundy. You got to pull the blacks out for this night game, man. It's too late to flex the Eagles game, unfortunately. I need Washington in the playoffs more than I need air at this point. What is air? What is oxygen? What is any of the things we need other than a Commanders playoff berth, man? I might have to pop out to that one. My girl bought me a McLaurin jersey last night. Talk about Victory Monday. Shout out to a W girlfriend. W girlfriend, I see you, my man. Better than white and gold. Keep the Eagles game, an 11 a.m. game. So I'm guessing you mean a 1 p.m. kick on the East Coast, you know? You got a black McLaurin jersey, 2 Terrys now, all black. I like it. We're going to be rooting for the Giants next week. To be perfectly honest, the Giants aren't going to beat the Falcons, bro. we're going to have to clinch on our own victory. So let's load up and let's get ready. We got Kirk Cousins, our former quarterback, on Sunday Night Football to decide whether we go to the playoffs. That's lit, man. That's lit. You're in California, so you get a chance to watch them blow out Kirk. Blowout? We're going to see about. I don't know about all that blowout shit, but we're playing for a playoff berth when that game happens, because it would be knocking out two birds in one stone. The Falcons getting a loss, or Washington getting a victory, you're in the playoffs, point blank, period. And that's not the factor in that we could beat the Eagles this week. We're going to talk about the Eagles, though. We're going to have a preview episode for that. But Monday Night Football was hot boo-boo last night. It was terrible. Both games. It was a two-pack of ass, like Joe Budden said. A two-pack of ass on Monday Night Football last night, man. What's going on, man? What's going on? The 29th is your birthday. I swear, Washington, you better not ruin your birthday. All I'll say is, Jared, enjoy it the day before and enjoy it all day up until game time, because you never know what's going to take place once we get out on that football field. Time to extend Terry off season. That may be coming. That's your mom's birthday too. Happy early birthday to y'all and your family members. All whites at home against the Eagle. I don't know what's on the I don't know. We already wore the all whites versus the Eagles. We wear burgundy at home now. I haven't looked at the jersey schedule, but I believe the jersey schedule has us wearing burgundy this week. You can substitute the alternates for one more. Now that we're playing on a Sunday night, I imagine they substitute the blacks for that one, because black in prime time, bring the black flags back out. That would be fire. That would be fire. Let me check the jersey schedule, because the jersey schedule will tell you what we're wearing this week, unless they make a substitution. According to the Commanders' official jersey schedule, we will be wearing burgundy this week. So it's going to be gold pants or burgundy pants. It's going to be all burgundy or burgundy on gold this weekend for the Eagles game. What up, Reese? Let me see what you're talking about. Appreciate you for the $9.99 donation. Your futures: Cowboys under 10.5, Browns under 9.5, Jaden over 17.5, Terry over 4.5 and 900.5, Falcons over under 9.5 wins, Caleb under 22.5 touchdown, Giants under 5.5 wins, Commanders over 7.5. Ooh, okay. I ain't mad at it. That seems like a very feasible bet. Blowout, we should have done that Sunday. No blowout talk. Just win the football game. Oh, that's a fact. We're not about to predict blowouts anymore, y'all. I feel bad for Caleb. Yeah, man. He's getting his brains beat out over there, man. I tried to warn the Bears fans. I refuse to buy any bobbleheads or stickers that have burgundy tops and the white bottoms. Yeah, because they don't hit the same as the burgundy on gold or the burgundy on burgundy. But we are in. Yeah, it would probably clash, but you know, as the home team, you're allowed to make a phone call to the other franchise in case you want to pull them out. But we're on prime time, y'all. We had no Sunday night games on the schedule. We now get to see Chris Collinsworth and company and Tirico call a game with Jaden Daniels on the 2024 schedule. Get used to it. We're going to be playing in probably 5 primetime games, and we may be making a trip to Europe next year as well. So it's definitely happening. Your boy was graduating while the game was on Sunday. I would have been sick if we lost that bullshit. Happy graduation and congratulations, man. That's fire. That's fire. We on prime time now. All of those mathematically hit except Caleb, Jaden, and the Falcons. Still got time. Our special teams play. There's a lot of such things going on, man. When will the Cowboys be eliminated? Probably this week. They're not going nowhere. Always, Sean. It's always F the Cowboys. Always. We never switch up discourse on that. It is always F the Dallas Cowboys. Can't wait to see somebody throw Lattimore's way. The Falcons and the Eagles will. They will not be not targeting Marshawn Lattimore. He will be targeted versus the Eagles and the Falcons. So it's going to be fun to see what his ball skills and technique looks like versus better wide receiving cores. So just not trying to look past an opponent. This stream, we're just talking about the Falcons game. We know how Kirk's woes started on prime time when he was in Washington. We're getting Kirk in a prime time matchup to potentially punch our ticket into the playoff. How are we feeling about that? AJ Brown might not even play this week. That man got a high ankle sprain, and you know how those linger. And they got a long playoff. They're looking to go on a long playoff run. He might even go. How many wins do we need to get in? One in an Atlanta Falcons loss, and whoever doesn't win the NFC West, they may have to lose another game. I don't know. It's very tricky, man. We don't need to worry about all the extracurriculars. You beat the Falcons, you're in the playoff. Point blank, period. We could clinch as soon as this week if we beat the Eagles and some more shit was to take place. Yeah, he'll definitely get tried. He'll get tried for the rest of the season for the most part. They did us in New Orleans. Do we sign Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I don't see the point. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is trash. Barcelona posted about Jaden like a month ago. They are 100% sending us to play in the first ever game in Spain. Well, I can definitely see us on that London schedule next year. Kirk drank his own Kool-Aid and the bitch sour. It's been a lot of weeks of meh, but you know how Washington, we will cure the ailments of a team real fast. So, whoop, they are. Oh, they already eliminated. If we win, the Cardinals are eliminated. That's what's up. Saquon got a hip injury and AJ Brown's banged up, but I want them at full strength. I don't want no excuses if we pull this off Sunday. What's up, Radar? I'm feeling like I might have to pop out for this one. A Sunday night game at home versus Kirk with the playoffs on the line. That's pretty much a playoff game right there, man. That sounds fire. Barcelona is an awesome city. I've heard great things about it. Hopefully we can say, you like that? You like that? We not beating Philly. It's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a long Sunday, but Philly can be touched, y'all. They're a beatable football team. Rio, my dog, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man? Kirk must have been spending his time at Magic City because he's been assing it up. Yeah, it will make it more fun. Michael Penix versus Jaden Daniels on Sunday Night Football. That would be fire. Yep. Just win. Don't worry about how many games to get in. Just win and you're in, period. You got 3 weeks to do so. Hopefully we play Atlanta. What you mean? They're not getting in the playoffs, so that's not a potential playoff matchup. We beat them we've beat a few undefeateds before. We have, and they can be beat, They can be beat. We blew it last time. Remember, we went into that fourth quarter up and just absolutely shit the bed in the fourth quarter. Just like Detroit finally lost, Philly can join them. Somebody got to snap that 10-game win streak. Somebody got to. Why not us? Why not us? But we're going to talk about that later. KJ, I imagine KJ is going to play. Rio going to go to a game. If you there, they damn sure better win. If I step out and they lose in prime time to the Atlanta Falcons, yeah, man, it might be a minute before I get back out there again. But I think KJ Osborne is going to play this week. And I think when he's caught up with the playbook, he's going to start opposite Terry because it is what it is. He's the second best receiver on the team right now. It's a playoff game. Everything's a playoff game going forward. So we're going to see just how we look not coming off a short week versus Philly this time. The injury bug is starting to bite us a little bit, but it's starting to nip at the Eagles as well. Saquon's banged up. A.J. Brown's ankle's hurt. So we're going to see. They could be touched. You a fencer or something, but they can be touched. They're not untouchable. They're not completely unscathed. Them boys can be beat. Why not us? I think we lose to the Eagles, unfortunately. After that last game, they just look too good. Falcons are 50-50, and I know damn well they better beat the Cowboys. But this team, you can't pencil this team in for anything. This team is the type of team to go in and beat the Eagles and then lose to the Falcons or Cowboys. They're a very unpredictable bunch. And you know how this organization goes. We'll make it hard versus a bad team and then beat a good team. But we haven't beat a good team this year, so at some point it's got to happen. I want this one as bad as any of the last three because I want to dead the narrative that we can't beat a good football team. I've always wanted to go to a meaningful night game. Already got tickets. This is exciting. I've always wanted to as well. I've always wanted to go to a late season Sunday night game in which playoffs or a playoff game, if you will, was taking place in front of me. Haven't been able to do so yet. I'll be front and center for the game, full blown. Hey, let's go, man. We haven't beat Kirk since he left, so it's time to break the curse. Damn, we haven't beat Kirk, have we? Yep. Oh, man, I remember that last time is when we had the field painted black when the Vikings came to town. Benjamin St. Juste dropped that pick six, and then Taylor Heineke absolutely pissed himself in the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. Packers will be the problem if we get it. It won't be the problem for us because they're a wild card team, and we don't play wild card teams in the first round. So we may not even get to ever see the Packers. So they're not a concern of us. They're not a concern. They're concerned of those teams hosting playoff games. You got us on Hard Knocks next year. I got us on one of them. We're going to be on one of them Hard Knocks next year. I think so. Oh, my God. We potentially have to play a good team in the playoff. We sure do. They can be beat, and it's divisional, man. I think Philly blows us out. They are our daddy. Yeah, I don't subscribe. That who's blown us out this year? Who's blowing us out this year? Ain't nothing we've done this year makes me think that we should get blown out. You know, I love the flex. We look good in prime time. Even if they do sweep us, I don't know how your mind pictures blowout on Sunday. Terry has been killing Slay, so most Terry around him. We got to target him this time. I don't give a fuck who's covering him or what type of coverage they're in. We got to force the ball to Terry next time we see the Eagles on Sunday, and I think we're going to do so. If I had to pick 2 wins, Falcons and Cowbums, got to get that lick back. But if preference-wise, I would love to beat Philly for one of them because it would be nice to have a signature win on our belt before these playoffs get underway. Our O-line playing bad scares me because Philly bullied them last time, you know. We need Biotish back. We will have Tyler Biotish back on Sunday. Dan Quinn mentioned that yesterday. Smash that like button. We got over 330 in the building here. You know, it's Tuesday afternoon, lunch break for a lot of y'all. I want to go to a game, but the prices are high as shit. Don't want to pay that for a mid-stadium experience. But ultimately, you'd be paying to go see a team punch a ticket to the playoffs, and the price of your team getting better and being under competent ownership is that it comes with the raising of ticket prices. Just wait till they erect that new stadium in D.C. that we're getting a little bit closer to knowing the fate of. It's going, hey, man. What's up, Devolia, man? We're going to see y'all week 18. We're going to see y'all and get our lick back. Week 18, back to work. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Always, man, always. Have a good one, brother. If Washington shuts down Barkley, they'll have a chance. We'll have a chance in the game. They didn't blow us out last time. We're going to always have a chance versus every team in our division. You know, there's a chance. Are we getting Kirko 2 chains or stink it up in prime time? You never know with this team. We're an unpredictable bunch. You never know. We were beating the Eagles in the fourth quarter. Going into the fourth, it did happen, you know. The thing about Washington losing to Philly earlier in the season, I'm sure Washington has figured out what to do. Well, I mean, you can have a plan until you get punched in the mouth. You can have a plan all you want to. Every team got a plan against Philly until they get out there and lose the game. So no matter what team, the unknown reason we worried when we're not up by more than 2 scores is our defense gives up late touchdowns on probably every game with the blowout wins. You know, they bend. Remember the last time we were on Sunday Night Football when the refs robbed us from the playoffs? Oh, you mean against the Giants when they had Curtis Samuel absolutely smothered in the end zone? They didn't call it, and they called the Terry McLaurin illegal shift play. I mean, the refs did their part. So did Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke fucked us with 2 stupid turnovers, and he gave them one of their only touchdowns of the day on a strip sack to Kayvon Thibodeau. But you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Leave a game up to the referee, you deserve to get fucked by him. That's how I feel about the matter. I want this Philly game. They need to be knocked down a peg. We need to be the ones to do it. Also, after seeing Jalen's dork ass at the post game, he's so cliche. He's so corny. Everything about him feels manufactured and trying to create a moment. That shit is so fucking corny, bro. But Good for him and good for them, bro. They're balling, and I would love to be in their shoes right now. Washington's always going to make it hard somehow, lose to Atlanta and have to beat the Cowboys to get in. I don't want to think about that right now, though. Benjamin St. Juste caught that pick six in the Vikings game, and it got called back because he was being grabby. Fuck a flex. Also, fuck a line judge who stops the clock for no reason for almost 4 seconds, right? I'm glad. I'm tired of the narrative that we haven't beat anyone. We are team killers. Ask the Bengals and the Bears. And I need us to win that game. We don't condone no blown out. Yeah, that's bitch logic. Ain't nothing about what I've seen from either team to believe that. I mean, the fucking Panthers almost beat the Eagles last week. We're talking about getting blown out versus the Eagles. Fuck that. Hopefully we can swing that pendulum our way and score enough points and start fast because Philly starts slow. We got to get our offense going, get the crowd into it early, get Jaden and Terry locked in. I don't care what kind of coverage they're working. We got to get Terry the ball versus the Philadelphia Eagles. If our best offensive weapon if he's not weaponing versus the Eagles, it's going to be a long day for us, man. It's going to be a long day for us, man. They called pass interference on BSJ when he caught the pick six. The call was bullshit because the call should have been on Justin Jefferson. But like I said, Benjamin St. Juste has a reputation, and he's going to not get the call over Justin Jefferson 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. Yeah, blown out. I don't know. We ain't all about that. We might play Michael Penix. I hate Michael Penix's last name because every time you type it, you are chancing having one of the oddest typos ever in the chat. Like, yo, somebody said in the group chat the other day, we want penis, but they meant we want Penix. That shit sounds crazy, yo. Oh, man. Fat Deer, you could go somewhere with that bitch-ass logic that you're talking about right now. Ain't nobody trying to hear that weak sauce-ass shit. Get your panties out of a bunch. We ain't getting blown out versus nobody. That's pussy mindset, bro. We not condoning any of that bitch assness on this show. Definitely got to limit the penalties. Yeah, you got to be disciplined again. We came off the bye. We had to shake some rust off, shake some bullshit off. And for whatever reason, we were trying a lot of new recipes on Sunday. Michael Walker was in the first drive of the game. Defoe was in even before Jeremy Chin got concussed by Defoe. Jordan McGee was in the game. We're just trying new things, you know. We're coming off the bye a little dry. We should have beat Philly last time, but they want to go for it on 4. I mean, that didn't determine the game, though. You know, we were already down, and even if we make the field goal, there was a chance that our defense would have folded because our defense was lights out for almost 50 minutes of game time. You cannot expect the defense to be lights out for 60, you know? You can't. That's too much to ask anybody for. I'm already going to Philly, but just got my tickets for the Falcons game before these prices rise. Yeah, them shit's going to spike. I know we can't live in almost, but man, Terry almost had. Oh my God, Terry and Jaden. I keep thinking about what both of their numbers like. First of all, Rookie of the Year would definitely already be sewn up completely. There wouldn't even be any conversation going forward. And Terry would be in fringe all-pro type territory statistically. Man. Our defense got worn out because Cliff and his spineless gun runs won't bring them out of 2 deep safety looks. Jaden had problems passing and will again. We can't run on them and we'll lose. We could very well lose the game, but I believe that we have what it takes. Jaden is one of them ones. Cliff is a good play caller. They're not going into the game plan with the same playbook that we had last time we seen them. We just didn't have a quarterback. It's a misconception that Rattler is back on Sunday. That still may be true, but not because of Sunday. Our defense doesn't play as well in the second half, but he did provide them a spark, and he got the ball around, you know? He spread the ball around on us. He made plays and he gave them a spark. You know, I really could care less which one of them are better because neither of them are my business and neither of them are a franchise solution. I've been a fan for years. I know this team and I'm taking what we got right now. I don't care how we get them either. Don't care how we get them, but I would like this one versus Philly. We're really seeing the Eagles 3 times this year as well. I don't think that's the case. I think that Philly could end up first. Philly could end up first. I don't know. Some things might shuffle over these next couple of weeks. Minnesota holds the cards to the entire playoff picture. We're gonna see. Philly definitely starts slow. We gotta get after them early. We always have to play the refs too. Don't leave it up to them. Stop doing dumb shit and leaving games up to referees, and you don't have to deal for it, man. That's Penis Jr. to you. Oh, man. Penis is going deep. Chris Collinsworth during the game. Michael Penis is going deep. He's going for it all. Wow, man. Michael Penis sure knows how to throw a deep ball. Terry is wide open since being moved around. It forces the defense to communicate, which causes the miscommunications in the secondary. Yeah, moving him around. I think also moving him around could have thrown off the timing too, because outside of the deep ball that was a crosser versus the Cleveland Browns, all of the deep shots Jaden's hit the Terry this year have come on the left side. So that and pressure could have played a part in the timing being off on those plays. That deer clown probably an Eagles fan. No, I mean, he just, he thinks we're going to get blown out. I'm just not going into a game with that weak-ass mentality, If he's on one side all the time, before you break the huddle how you're going to cover him. And I don't even care if we do keep him static to one side. Still throw the ball to him. Why do you think we keep collapsing in the fourth quarter? I mean, it's in our DNA. We're still trying to figure out how to win. This team is still new to the concept of winning in unison and playing complementary football. We're still trying to find ways to win, man. Complacency, you get a lead. I don't know. It's a combination of things, man. He's injured. He has a high ankle sprain. I have a feeling that he'll probably still play, but there's a chance he doesn't. I want him to play. I don't want no excuses. I don't want to hear that AJ Brown didn't play if we beat him. I don't want to. Yeah, Cliff got to be on point with the play calling. He has to. And he was up. I mean, as much as we picked apart his game Sunday, he dialed up 3 deep bombs that would have put the game on ice. So Cliff did a good enough job on Sunday. We should have been blowing them Bamas out. No blowout. That's not reality. We haven't been blown out yet this season. The first game of the year was the closest we have to being blown out. We're a little bit too predictable. We are. But honestly, good teams are pretty predictable. You know exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do to you. And it still doesn't mean you're going to stop it. The best teams, how they're going to attack you. The best weapons in the league, exactly what they're going to do. And they still do it. And if you have any type of stop for it, they counter you. We have to figure out how to counter. We need this win, but the flex tells me that it's scripted for us to lose against the Eagles. That will make the Atlanta game more meaningful. We got the scripted stuff sounds cool, but it ain't scripted. Maybe they expect us to lose to the Eagles, but scripted, not so much. Flex the Sunday Night Football. Terry and Jaden owe us one. They owe us more than one, but they did win the game. Boy, how far we've come in a year that we can nitpick the way we win games after winning only 4 games last year. Feels good, man. Feels good. They wouldn't have went into clock killing mode, When's the last time Philly dog walked us, sir? Good on your Google machine, because I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to require for you to do so, because I know the answer to that question. We play Philly close all the time. They haven't dog walked us in a minute. So please show me the last time they dog walked us. They didn't dog walk us with shitty ass Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy. What makes you think they're going to dog walk us this year? I don't know. I don't see them dog walking us on Sunday, man. No way we lose this game to Philly. I'm not saying that. We could definitely lose this game to Philly, and we're going to be picked to lose this game to Philly, as we should be. We have to go out and prove to the world and to ourselves that we are capable of beating a team of this caliber. And until we do so, we're going to be picked against. So we're going to be picked to lose this game. And I understand anybody for saying we're going to lose this game. But getting blown out, I don't know why we're predicting to be dog walk. I don't know where that comes from. We play to whatever the competition of the team that we're going against is. Remember, Terry broke out against the Eagles in that season opener. This Sunday could be the Terry breakout of 3 touchdowns and almost 200 yards. Honestly, just win. I've been calling for a Terry breakout game for so long after those missed deep ball. Just win the game and find a way to get active with 17, because I can't have Terry with a catch for 10 yards this time that we play Philly. I watched the condensed version of that game again. we probably get the Lions or the Vikings. Yeah, I think Philly could end up with the 1 seed. Could. It's going to come down that Vikings. The Vikings hold the cards to the entire NFC playoff picture. Even Will Levis looked good against us in the second half of our game against the Titans. He looked good at times, but I mean, we won 43-19. So just how good did he look? We don't lock in, especially when we get leads. We get complacent. We take our foot off the gas. We pull corners back 12 yards off the ball, and guys start picking us apart. Also, Marshawn Lattimore wasn't on the field against the Tennessee Titans. Marshawn Lattimore was not on the field last time we played the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is a factor as well. Penis pass has been intercepted. Penis, what a big guy. Oh, because Chris Collinsworth once a game has to go on a big guy tangent. Big guys on big guy. Yeah, it's Penis guy. What a big guy he is. I can already see people botching that name a bunch of times. Fowler was doing something to get us off the field, but the refs kept them alive. And technically his arms were around the neck of the quarterback. And the quarterbacks are getting coddled. They're going to call that shit every time nowadays, man. Penis is coming in the game for the Atlanta Falcons. Commanders are NFC East champs. It was all a dream. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to be the case this year. Collinsworth looks like a dude who is Law, you're crazy, man. Kirk Cousins in prime time is terrible, so I don't mind it. It's going to be fun. We're going to have us a nice watch party on prime time if I don't step out there. Zach Ertz is going to play versus Philly. I don't know. The concussion protocol is very tricky now. You see some guys rush back from it. I'm not sure this team is going to be one of those that rush them back. So we have to prepare for a world without Jeremy Chin and Zach Ertz on Sunday. Y'all been dying to see more Ben Sinnott. You may get it. I hope Zach is back, though, because Zach, say what you want about him. He's an integral part of the offense. 10 wins will get us in. And a win versus the Falcons will definitely get us in. But there are chances that Washington, if we beat the Philadelphia Eagles, we could get in as of this week. Good teams are predict. You know exactly how you're going to know how the Chiefs are going to attack you. You know how the Bills are going to attack you. You know how the Eagles are going to attack you. You know how the Lions are going to. And the Lions can attack you in more ways than one. But you still got to stop that shit. I want us to put belt to ass against Philly. It'd be nice. I just want us to win. I just want us to drag our ass across the finish line on top. If AJ plays, Lattimore going to put belts. Regardless, I need Lattimore. Lattimore is a big difference than the first time we played Philly. And we're not going to be coming off a short week. Yes, I know they came off a short week as well. We're the younger football team. We're banged up. Jaden wasn't 100%. He was still at like 80-something% at the time. We're going to get fully juiced up 5 on Sunday versus the Eagles. We going to see. Commanders just signed a tight end. Who we signed? Throw the name in there, man. With Lattimore, we have a decent chance. And with Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, we have a chance versus this team Sunday. This is not the preview for the Eagles game, so we don't have to go too deep into that yet. Speaking of Sam Howell, AP really got a 3rd-round pick for Sam. Lord, we got a 3rd for him. We got a 3rd for Jahan Dotson. Chef Peters has been doing God's work, man. God's work. We have beat them when they were undefeated before on Monday Night Football with Taylor Heineke at the helm. It's happened before, Taylor came in and whooped them 2 years ago. We've beat this team before. I mean, they're better right now. Like with Saquon, they're a whole different ball club. But Detroit got mangled with injuries. They might lose another game or two. Yeah, they hurting, man. We signed Tyree Jackson. Hold up. Tyree Jackson, is that buddy that used to be a quarterback in college, went to the XFL for a little bit and was with the Eagles? Is that the former Eagle Tyree Jackson, or is this another person? Am I tripping? Because there's nothing to see here if that's who I think it is. We got to get banana pudding zesty on them boys. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. As long as Lattimore does his one side of the field shadow realm like he did on Sunday, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same because the Eagles have a bunch of receivers and they're not the Saints, but do your job. Just be who you are, Marshawn, and that plays a big factor in the game. Speaking of Paul's comments, I feel like those Terry's incompletions there, we will take that personally rolling over there. I think they're going to get over that. I think they're already over it, and they're looking forward to the next week, and they'll hit on them next time. They'll hit on them. Jaden is a deep ball thrower, and Terry will be there. They'll get that right. They'll get that right. Do we flex the black unis in week 16 or 17? Week 17, it looks flyer on prime time, but you know, you got to make a call to the other team and see. They better pull him out one more time now. You know, they got to pull him out one more time. Not to look too forward, more than likely happen, and nobody's talking about it. What if we win and Philly implodes and we just happen to get a home game? That sounds like a fairy tale ending, but it would be a cool story, but it sounds like some Disney Pixar type shit. That's Philly completely collapsing and losing out. That sounds very dreamlike, but it would be fly though. It would be fly as hell. Be happy we are at 9 wins from 4 last year and in the playoff picture after 1 year. Yes, we should be. For real. The law of averages says we're going to beat the Eagles. Too many wins in a row. 10 wins in a row. You got to lose again at some point. Somebody got to do it. Why not Washington? Somebody got to do it, man. Yep, we are flexed onto primetime against primetime Kirk Cousins in the Atlanta Falcons, week 17. I am the law. So does Lattimore follow the number one, or he just covers one side of the field? I'm pretty sure it's going to be a combination. I don't necessarily know if we're going to just have him shadowing guys, but whatever is more effective for the team, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all type situation. Play calling, the previous culture being mid, players mentally checking out is the reason why the fourth quarter has been the way it is. Yep, we got to get some more dogs in here, man. A lot of losing culture still on the roster. Penis with a huge hole running for a first down. B-Rob and Jaden wasn't 100% during the Philadelphia game. It feel like we never going to see 100% B-Rob again because that boy even was banged up for a little bit versus the Saints on the Terry touchdown, man. You know, we're going to be all right, man. I need the blacks this week. Hey, this week or next week, I need them. I need them, man. I need them. I need to see them one more time this year because you can wear them 3 times so you can sub them in, man. I feel like I need to cop one of them black raise hell flags. I'm waiting on somebody sending me one, man. I can't wait to wave one of those from my living room. Going to the Falcons game. Not excited for the cold, but excited for the game. It shouldn't be too cold. It shouldn't be too cold. You know how the DMV is, man. One day it's spring, one day it's winter, one day it's fall. You never know. It could be one of those days like today where I woke up and it was 60 degrees outside. Damn, Jameis got benched. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. They on a winning streak. Philly knows what we do to streaks around here. It's time. And this one would feel really good to get this one. Those Terry incompletions were so weird. The one of Terry's hands up right up the sideline. Terry stopped his route. Yeah, the first one was an overthrow. The second one, Terry kind of stuttered. And the third one was like a combination because the ball was thrown behind him, but he still should go up and get that. I think Jamar Chase is catching 2 or 3 of those joints. And that first pass, it was overthrown, you know. Can't really expect Terry, the body catch bandit, to reach out and with his 2 hands and go up and get that. Tyree Jackson is ass, by the way. If he's the Tyree Jackson I believe he is, the former quarterback guy, there's nothing to see here. It feels like damn early autumn right now outside. Penis goes down. He has no protection. Smoke a blunt, drink 2 shots, you'll be warm. My man said he'll get you right, man. They just posted the playoff scenario for us today. All I'm focused on is just win. Winning, you know what throws away all of the rest of the context? Winning games. Win 2 of your last 3, you're definitely in. You win 1 of your last 3, you're probably in. And if you lose out, you shouldn't even be discussing the playoffs, man. Black Air Force energy for the rest of the season. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it. We're going to get Philly this weekend. I think we can. I think we're capable of such. Not willing to make my prediction just yet. If Washington wins against the Falcons, they are barring a Seahawks. They are in barring a Seahawks-Rams tie in Week 18. Okay. Terry getting old. 2019, Terry would have caught that. It's possible. Possible. Did you hear the Browns have committed to run it back with Watson next season? It's that contract, man. That contract is Teflon as hell. That contract is fully guaranteed, man. Ben Sinnott should have a breakout game. I just want to see Ben Sinnott involved. Breakout is a strong word. We predict everybody to break out every week. I will believe breakouts when I see it. Let's just get him in the game and see what happens. Anyone, anybody, anywhere, anytime, just win the game. I was at the Giants primetime game 2 years ago. I was shivering so hard I got a concussion. Did you really get a concussion? I hope that was not the case. Getting injured at a football game and not being on the field is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. They can have me guard Jahan Dotson and he would still drop passes. Get y'all dustpans. We will bring the brooms. See you bums in Maryland, Virginia, D.C., wherever y'all play. And we'll see y'all on Sunday. We'll see y'all on Sunday. That's Landover, Maryland, by the way. You know, I don't expect Eagles fans to know. You know, y'all aren't very knowledgeable or the brightest up top. But Mikey on clamps on Devontae Smith. Mikey had a very good game last time we saw them. I want to see Jordan McGee play more. Whoever contributes to winning. I'm done saying I want to see more of this rookie, that rookie. I want to see guys break out. We're in week 16 now, bro. Whoever the fuck is out there, I need them to get after it. Browns bent over for that Watson contract, and now they doing the walk of shame. For real, man. For real. Mikey Sanders still had a fucking baller-ass game last time we played the Eagles, bro. And he was mostly on A.J. Brown. So do you think we will beat the Falcons at home week 17? Yes, that one I do. I think we're going to win that game. I think that's going to be the game that punches us in. But I'm not saying we can't win this week. I need a Luke touchdown. Luke had a catch for 0 yards, bro. I need 20 yards from Luke. A touchdown feels like way too much to ask for at this point. I don't know if there's any truth, but he's trying to come back, you know? He's trying to come back. Y'all eat shit off the ground and you wear badges of honor for losing Super Bowl. Y'all are a very dumb fan base. Fuck out of my face. No concussion, just PTSD from that unexpected trip to the North Pole. Yeah, it was free. You could see people breathing on the field visibly on the TV that time. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button. We got over 500 in the building on a Tuesday afternoon. Fuck the Eagles, too, while we're talking about it. But this stream is not about the Eagles. We're going to get to them green motherfuckers later in the week. This stream is about, we got a flex game. We now have a Sunday night game on the schedule in the penultimate week of the season against primetime Kirk, our former quarterback in the Atlanta Falcons. 1 win could get Washington in. 2 would give us 11 wins for the first time since 1991. Noah doesn't get enough love from our fan base. Shout out to our boy. He's one of the better slot cornerbacks in the league. Noah Igbenogany, he has been very solid. And for a nice value deal, I wouldn't mind at all having him back here. Philadelphia fans need to understand that Rocky is a fictional character. You know? We don't care, sir. We're not talking about you right now. We do not fucking care about you right now. We do not care. I promise you. Back to regularly scheduled programming. We saw the Atlanta Falcons last night on Monday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders, and it was a terrible football game. Awful football game. Kirk is in a bit of a slump. They got the Giants coming up this weekend. Let's say, for example, the Falcons lose to the Giants this weekend. We pull the upset versus the Eagles. We're talking about potentially clinching a playoff spot this week. I don't think we get a legit update on Ertz and Jeremy Chin till Friday because the 5-step process of the concussion protocol, it's a 5-day process. We probably won't be hearing much about it until Friday at this point. I'll be there Sunday, but that game next week, oh, it's going to be so lit. Prime time, ooh, we on get used to prime time because we're going to be on there plenty and often next year and going forward. Hit them low, hit them high, fuck them. No kidding. It's definitely Philly week. We just not there yet. It's Tuesday. We turn the clocks to Philadelphia tomorrow. We are not starting today. We can start breaking down that matchup and all of the context that comes with it. Then I need KJ Osborne to put KJ Osborne, as soon as he's up to speed, he will be out there as your second primary receiver option. Definitely 2 wins, Atlanta and Cal. Definitely is aggressive because Dallas beat us and Atlanta's capable of beating us. But I do like our chances in both of those games. Anderson will be back, which is going to make our run game better. Anderson. Who we saw? Anderson. Give a shout out to Zach Ertz for that one-handed catch. That shit was beautiful, man. He put all of the ability left in his body into one catch and getting a little bit of yak, and it was good night for him at that point. All 3 remaining games are must-win games. Every game should be treated with the importance of a playoff game at this point, man. Under the bright lights, I love it, man. Jaden deserves to be seen. We got to make up for the last time we was on prime time versus the Eagles. We got to put a better showing out there. If we lock up seeding by the last game, I only want McCaffrey at receiver, so Jaden will be. Oh, you mean the last? Oh, if we so versus Dallas, you're saying if we locked up a playoff spot by then, you want to see Luke at number 1 receiver for that final game of the season? I asked this a couple weeks ago. It's definitely putting the cart ahead of the horse, but if we clinch before week 18, are y'all going all out week 18 and keeping everybody in? Are you pulling some guys? Are you resting some veterans, guys that may be banged up? Or are you saying, fuck that, we're treating every game like the playoffs, everybody's out there, you know? Hits out for Rookie of the Year. And he definitely getting it. He definitely getting Rookie of the Year. How's Singletary finna finish concussion protocol in 3 days? Because some team be breaking them rules, man. They had that boy out there Thursday ready to go, man. Hey, the concussion protocol feels like the salary cap. It feels like some teams play by the rules and some teams say, fuck it. If you can see straight, get your ass back out there, boy. Your bell got rung a little bit. Get your ass back out there on that field, boy. He cleared that shit in record time. My prediction for these last 3 games is Washington punches a playoff ticket. We clinch a wild card. I think 2-1 in the final 3. I don't know how those 3 games are because this team can be stupid sometimes. This team can fuck around, beat Philly, beat Atlanta and lose to Dallas, or beat Philly then lose to Atlanta. You never know how it's going to play out, but I think we get 2, and I think we break that streak that I've never seen before, and we win 11 games for the first time in my lifetime. I really don't want to hear Cowboys fans talking about beating us again, but unfortunately, you're going to hear them, and they're allowed to speak until we did that. So, Washington back in the top 10 for the power rankings. Hey. What seems to be the main issue with our defense in giving up these late points or giving up fast points? I mean, we always give up big plays. Someone always finds there's always some big porous hole in our zone defense in the middle of the field. I think a factor is we do not have a true ball tracking, playmaking safety. Quan Martin is a very solid safety. Jeremy Chin is a good, solid hybrid linebacker safety, but as far as playing the ball, tracking the football, center fielder type shit, we don't have one of those on the roster, man. We don't have one of those. NFL is entertaining. We're going to lose to the Eagles and Falcons, beat the Giants now that we're going to lose to the Eagles and the Falcons are going to beat the Giants now that Sunday night football game becomes bigger. I don't think results are predetermined, but I think that would be the result that they desire. So there's importance to that Sunday night game. All about next year. We need a wide receiver that doesn't drop. We need a couple wide receivers. We need a couple with rack capabilities. Exactly. Middle of the field. That's what I was thinking. We're going to add some more to it, man. I like Gabe Taylor, but I wouldn't count on it, y'all. No surprise, Hurts didn't even get in the concussion. Yeah, Hurts clearly was concussed last time we played Philly, which definitely added insult to injury. We lost to a concussed Jalen Hurts. He came out with the shades on, concussed as hell in that post game after the last time. I'm telling you, some teams treat the concussion protocol like they treat the salary cap. You know, it doesn't exist for everybody, you know. 1991, 14-2. I understand. I'm saying I've never seen this team win 11. I was fucking 3 months that season, so that does not count to me. Put Tyler at free safety. If it was that simple, I think they might have done that a while ago. But if Chin is out, they are going to have to make some adjustments, and I fear that's going to mean more Percy Butler. Percy Butler has the speed I want to see. He has the speed I want to see, but he doesn't have the awareness or the instincts. We're going to draft Gabe Taylor and make him play special teams. I mean, I'm not really – Gabe Taylor's not high on my list. I hope he thrives and has a great NFL career. Gabe Taylor's not on my list of players to watch for Washington in the draft. Never get married to a wide receiver. They always play the field for the most part. Poor Zacchaeus, he can't have his touchdown stand for shit. That's 2 of them this year, man. 2 touchdowns called back this year. Both on illegal shift. Wasn't he the illegal shifter this time, though? Yep. I said he's ass. Tyree Jackson adds nothing to this team. If that's the Tyree Jackson, I know who he is. There's nothing to see here, but it does say we might need another tight end on the field. Ertz, Eckler, and Noah Brown are 60% of our offense. Who is stepping up, Rio? I think 17. I think Terry, that means more Terry. And if KJ Osborne's on the field, him too. Maybe De'Ami Brown. I'm not sure, but we have to lean on our main guys. Terry could have had a 200-yard day on Sunday. We're going to be targeting his ass all season, man. He's a very small safety, Gabe Taylor is. I fuck with Percy. He just plays like an idiot. Yeah, he just plays pretty mindless sometimes. Sit them if seating is sealed. I hear that. I don't know if this team is in a position to sit starters. Terry was held up in Guantanamo Bay. He was last time. And this time, it's going to be a different ball game. We got no choice but to get the ball to Terry. So whether you move him around and you got to go at Quinton, we got to go at Quinyon. Like, fuck that. We're not respecting that. Throw the ball at him. Terry needs 10 targets minimum every game going forward. I won't lie. I was surprised by De'Ami the Saints game. He just wasn't running around for nothing. He looked solid. He looked solid. He had a big catch called back, would have definitely helped the stat book, but he was solid on Sunday. OZ definitely messed up his own touchdown. Yeah, he was the person who illegal shifted on his own touchdown. So that one, he was the double negative on that play. Jaden and Terry getting that deep ball. I was hurt with those deep balls were missed, but they'll do it. They'll do it. They'll definitely. That's not something I'm concerned with. You know, they're gonna hit those, and I think it's something to be said that most of the deep balls we've hit to Terry this year have come on the left side. So we'll hit those next time. But we won the fucking game, so ultimately we'll be all right. We have Terry, and that's it. Need one, if not 2 more of that production. Somebody got to step up and do a little something to pick up the slack, but we gotta keep feeding the hot hand, and we gotta feed the only good receiver that we have. Terry can't come out with a 1-catch game versus the Eagles this time. You know, our whole receiving core had a set. Everybody had straight jackets and seatbelts on them last time we played them. 86, baby. I'm super excited right now after devastating years. Feels good, right? Feels good to get right on the positive side of things. Eagles lock up Terry and B-Rob, and this won't be tough for them. Skins need to play 60 minutes of football. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can say that to anybody. Yeah. If Washington stops Saquon and A.J. Brown, it won't be tough for you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do that to any. If you take away the best 2 weapons from most teams, you know, you're gonna have a good chance at winning the game. Terry is all we have, so feed his ass. Feed him. Feed him, feed him, feed him. No, unacceptable if Terry has 1 catch this weekend versus the Philadelphia Eagles, you know? Start Lucas at right tackle. That might be the move. Andrew Wiley. Our line as a whole got their ass beat. Fingers crossed we get Tyler Biadasz back this week because Lord knows we need that guy out there. Yeah, he has a high ankle sprain. Saquon has a hip. I'm going to go into this game expecting both of them to play them. If Luke breaks out, but is the hype too far-fetched? I mean, there's no hype. There's no hype around Luke McCaffrey. If he breaks out what does a breakout game look like for Luke at this point? 6 catches for 54 yards or something like that. We just want to see guys produce, man. We just got to see guys produce at some point. The Eagles game, Jaden's running ability is going to be great. He's going to confidently have that in his tool bag. Last time we played the Eagles, he was still feeling the effects of the rib, and he was second-guessing running. He was very indecisive. He wasn't making quick decisions. That's not going to be the case this time. Terry is too slow to catch up to Jaden's deep passes. Terry, I wouldn't say he's too slow, but, you know, he ain't running like it's 2019 no more. I feel like some teams after their bye week start off a little rusty. I think I'm going to chalk some of what we did Sunday up to that. Cliff needs to be more aggressive. We're a much better O when we pressed the ball more down the field. We've just had inconsistencies in running the ball. We haven't been able to find a consistent formula to run the ball down teams through. Even when we have the good games rushing, it's usually spread out around the thing. If we can't get B-Rob going, we kind of get stuck offensively. Let's punch this ticket. What up, Juan Gotti? Make sure y'all sub up my boy Juan Gotti talking sports. Sub up his channel. We need to get that brother to 10K at some point. I'm definitely not tripping. Sometimes you're not going to connect. Did people not see Jetta's drop? Yeah, he dropped one, He dropped the touchdown. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. 3 times is a little OC. Not hitting on it when it should have been hit 3 times is a little like Jesus Christ, but they're going to be all right, though. Lattimore had no targets versus the Saints. It ain't going to be that easy every week, though, so do not expect it to be the same when we get up against Philly this week, but I'm excited, though. Right now with 9 wins, they have a winning season. Even if they go 9-8, when was the last time we had a winning season? 2016 season. But I'm gonna stop you right there. We don't want to think about them losing out and going 9-8 because that would be very fucking disappointing. That would be immensely disappointed, and I would be pissed. I would be pissed as fuck if they lose out. So I seen a video of Jaden passing out bikes for Raising Cane's. He was limping like shit. Do you know anything about that? I saw the video. It looked like a nigga that's walking with unlaced Timberland boots the day after he played a football game. That ain't a limp, man. That's just a nigga walking, man. I saw people making a deal about that on Twitter. That boy had Timberlands laced the correct way, which is unlaced with the tongue flap hanging out, baggy pants, and he's walking like a guy who played a football game the year before. Jaden is fine, man. That boy not hurt. 13 is the worst number to be given. That is a nasty number. Lucky number 13. He gets it from Washington legend Emmanuel Forbes. That would be KJ Osborne's joint. But he was walking a little funny, but that's how, as an athlete, sometimes, bro, after you play a game, you walk crazy. I think he was walking like that because of the Timbs and just his steez, I don't think Jaden did not limp at any point yesterday. I know sometimes the next day you feel a little more banged up than the day of, but I think that boy is good, man. I think that boy is good, man. I think he's fine. I don't know. Anyone that's played knows what the day after the game is like. You could barely move. That's all I'm going to chalk it up for, man. Everybody's looking for our fans desperately want Jaden to be injury prone so they can say he's injury prone, As far as I check, CJ Stroud missed a couple games his rookie year. Jaden has started every game of this season. So that boy's fine, man. He got sacked 8 times. He got hit a bunch. He's good to go. He's going to be good to go. He was walking like a nigga with Timberlands on the day after a football game. Timberlands not laced up. He's fine. That boy is fine. Just like everybody who thought he had broken ribs and was going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. And I said, that boy's fine. Yes, did the ribs affect him? They sure did, but they didn't affect him enough to keep him off the football field. That boy's good to go, man. First 17-game season, and he's fine, and he's going to be ready to go. It's a divisional game. It could go either way, but I'm about to wrap this one up. Just wanted to relay some news and see how y'all feeling. We're on Sunday Night Football versus the Atlanta Falcons. We have a chance to make the playoffs with all the key injuries we have now. Oh, we're going to make the playoffs, Brittany. It's a matter of when we clinch the playoff seed. We're going to clinch. We're going to win another game this year. I think we win 2 more games this year, and that's going to get us in. But The injury bugs are biting a lot of teams right now. They're nipping at a lot of NFL rosters. The NFL is hard. It's like being in a car wreck every Sunday. So nobody's at 100% at this time of the year. So we're not the only team going through shit, man. You know? Definitely have a good chance of the playoffs. The Rams aren't going to fuck us because the Rams are going to win the NFC. I don't know why we're still talking about the Rams. The Rams are going to win the West. You saw the Seahawks play on Sunday. They're not going to the playoffs. The Rams have nothing to do with us. Here's the question before you go. Do we rest our guys if we clinch on Sunday? No. I don't think we're good enough to be resting starters. We're not good enough. We're not hosting a playoff game. We're a wild card team. We need to move like a wild card team if we get in. No, everybody needs to play all 18 weeks, even if we clinch. If there's a couple older guys on the team you want to sit, a Bobby Wagner or something like that, maybe, but no. This team ain't earned the right to sit starters in a game yet, when they're still trying to figure out how to win together and all that type of stuff. But I just want to get into playoffs. What happens when we get there, I'll live with it. This team needs playoff experience in year one. Thank you for rocking with your boy. Smash that like button. We about to wrap this one up for the evening. Y'all have a good rest of your Tuesday. And I will see y'all hopefully tonight for a Commanders Kings stream. If you're not subbed up to the Commanders Kings channel yet, what are you doing? That's me, Louis T, Street Scores, and Ed Oliver and Rico from Street Scores. We should be live tonight about 8 or 8:30. Y'all be on the lookout for that. That's all I got for right now. Let's get it. We aren't resting nobody. We ain't earned that right. We got to punch our ticket. I will see y'all later on and tomorrow. But if more news comes out, expect me to pop back up on the channel. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Click that subscribe button. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers. See y'all soon. Talk soon. Hail to the watch.